Great. Welcome back to, or actually, welcome to Bustérs. This is the reincarnation, the reimagining of the Bustérs show. Typically, I'll have a pre-written monologue set up so that you can enjoy that. This time around, there's no such thing. I'm not a huge fan of the vertical orientation, but I'd rather just do things this way instead of geeking out on video settings like folks like Red Bar like to do, you know? I feel like that is only interesting to absolute nerds, and I like to think that I have a cool audience of cool people, you know, people that, you know, some people like to surround themselves with losers so that they're the coolest person in their whole crew. I like the opposite. I like to surround myself with people who are cooler than me, even if it makes me look like a loser. At least I get to have fun, awesome, amazing, enjoyable people in my presence. So, like I said, in the future episodes of the program, I plan to do, the pre-planned monologue, the prepared jokes. I don't even know if that's better or worse, if I'm honest. You know, it's a new era though. You know, we're fucking around with Instagram, seeing what it's all about, and seeing if it's, if it has its advantages or its disadvantages. You know, Instagram is the home of the cool people. Why does it look like Ash Wednesday on my forehead? That's because this is a holy show, a holy program, endorsed by not Jesus Christ himself, but Sam Hill, a guy who sees himself as basically the second coming of Jesus. So, isn't that close enough? Anyway, I like when people show up. I like when people tune in. It's not mandatory, but it's always enjoyed, always appreciated. My understanding is that on Instagram, it shortens your streams quite a bit. I think maybe they max out at an hour. I'm not really sure, but Instagram is great because it's a place where everyone can be a star. That's right. This show is the home of prop comedy, and we like it, you know. I used to hate it. I used to think it was for hacks. I used to say, oh, this improv shit, it's for fucking hacks and losers. And then one day I was like, wait a second. Who says I'm not a hack? And who says I'm not a loser? And that put it all into perspective, because once there's a million things that you don't let yourself do in life when you're too concerned about being a cool guy or being a cool gal, whether it's wearing bike helmets or eating healthy, all that stuff is for losers. But if you just one day decide, hey, I'm kind of a loser. Who cares if I do the things that losers do? Then all of a sudden, you start to realize, hey, there's a whole world of options out there. There's a whole bunch of things that I can do and that I should be doing and that I should be enjoying, that I haven't because I was too afraid of what it would make me, what it would say about me. And once you can let go of that, doesn't mean let yourself go, although clearly I've let myself go. too much. But you know, you don't have to give up on happiness and enjoyment of life. You just got to give up on giving a shit. You know, give a shit about doing a great job with your art. Don't give a shit about being the coolest person, because it's a guarantee, it's pretty much a guarantee that you're not going to be the coolest person of them all. You know, the only person who is the coolest one of them all is the guy from the Kevin, what is it? Kevin, you know, Batman. What the fuck is his name? You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, Kevin from Batman. He said that the cameraman was the coolest one of them all. And the cameraman isn't even the star of the show. So, while you're out there, and I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying that trying to be a loser is the route to go. I'm not saying intentionally try to be a loser, but what I am saying is that sometimes the most punk rock thing you can do is to appear to be a total square. Because if you're not afraid of your image, it doesn't preclude you from looking like a dork. You know? If you're not afraid of your image, you're willing to wear a helmet on a bike. Because, hey, what do I care? I'm just taking care of my safety. You're not afraid, and I'll admit, like, helmets have always been, look at me, you know, I'm wearing glasses. I'm not exactly immune to doing things that people consider nerdy, dorky, lame, and stupid. But in the world of skateboarding, I always was kind of, I was always self-conscious. I didn't want to be the one. I don't want to be the only one out of my 5 friends who were skating at the skate park or whatever, who's wearing a helmet. I didn't want to be that guy. You know, I felt like I was standing up to the pressure of my parents telling me not to do it. And then later on I realized, and by later on I mean 20 years later, this past week or so, I realized either way, I'm giving into peer pressure. I'm either giving into the peer pressure of the people who are telling me not to wear a helmet, or I'm giving into the peer pressure of the people who are telling me to wear a helmet. So if it's peer pressure on both sides, I might as well choose the option that is actually safer for me. And then the next thing is like, okay, so I'm afraid of seeming like a loser. What's that about? You know? Because skateboards and helmets are both things that weren't created by God. They're man-made, human-made, possibly woman-made. Don't know. Haven't looked into the origins. But they are made by human beings or aliens. You know, alien workshop. Possibly aliens working over there. But in general, human-made devices. So the idea of even like what's natural, there's no natural way to ride a skateboard. There's no genuine way to do it. There's just, you just do it the way you do it, however that may be. And if you like riding your board, then if you're having a 10 out of 10 fun time skating and you're wearing a dorky ass helmet, the only thing that can stop you from enjoying yourself is if you overthink it and you start thinking, what do people think about me? Do they think I'm a loser? Do they think I'm a dweeb? You know, all that shit. And here's the truth. Somebody on a skateboard wearing a helmet is still cooler than someone off a skateboard not wearing a helmet. You're still doing something that is cool, that is fun, that is enjoyable. But I was very, I was very fragile when I was younger. I didn't want to be caught dead doing anything that was lame. Even my, you see me wearing glasses now. I didn't always wear glasses. There were years and years and years and years when I was in school where I did not wear glasses. I needed them, but I just simply didn't wear them because, again, I didn't want to be a fucking dork. And yeah, that was a real thing for a long time. I worried so much about people's opinion of me that I wasn't even able to see the board in class. That's part of the reason why, and I could be wrong about this, but I feel like it's part of the reason that my eyes are permanently sort of squinty, is because I spent the better part of my educational career just squinting at the board. I had glasses. I had prescription glasses for nearsightedness, but I did not wear them because I didn't want to be different. At least not in that way. I would sometimes embrace being different if it meant something positive, if it meant I was cooler than other people. But I mostly didn't embrace being different if it meant loser. And for the most part, that is what it meant for me for a long, long time. I eventually got contacts, and I did the contact thing for a while. And then eventually later in high school, we're talking in the later years of high school, I eventually just got tired of doing the contact thing. I didn't like I like the concept of contacts, but in practice, things go wrong. You put them in inside out, or you get a tiny microscopic cut in one that you can't even see, and it irritates the hell out of your eyes, or you fall asleep wearing them. Anyway, if you like contacts and you can deal with the downsides of them, all more power to you. Just me personally, I got to a point where I was like, I fucking cannot stand these things. I don't like them. And I eventually just went back to glasses. And this was the later years of high school, and by then in my life, I feel like maybe we're talking, because I originally got glasses when I was in third grade, right? So by the time I was in the later years of high school, 11th grade, 10th, 11th grade, at this point, I was already ready to just be like, who gives a shit? Who cares? I don't need to worry about any of this kind of stuff, I couldn't be, it wasn't even that I felt like I was cool, so cool that it outweighed the glasses. It was just simply a not having the energy to give a shit about what people thought about me in basically in any capacity. I just stopped really caring, and which can be good or it can be bad. It's good to live outside of the social game, the social pressure to fit in, to keep up with the Joneses, all that horse shit, all that kind of stuff became incredibly dumb. Like when I see somebody with a cool car, yes, I appreciate the car. But I don't feel this pressure maybe that other people have to be like, you know what, if I don't have a Mercedes, if I don't have an Escalade, I'm a fucking loser, you know? Because here's the truth. If I am a loser, that fancy shiny car ain't gonna make me not a loser. It's just gonna make me a loser with a fancy shiny car. And that's, you know, not gonna cut it. And I kind of, you know, for a little while resented my dad for that. I didn't hate him about it, but I always felt like he was just lying to himself, being like not appreciating the joys of life, whether it's nice cars, nice clothing, all that kind of shit. I felt like, you know, who cares? Why can't you just enjoy the fruits of life? But I think his thinking is, you know, coming from a very humble background. He knows that if you spend too much money on that shit and you don't budget, things just fucking go away. And you end up living on the side of the street. And you miss everything. How's it going, Jarverland? This is the Bustérs show. Just talking about humility and fragility. You know, folks like Red Bar, you know, he's making the money. He's doing shit. Go see Dog in Philly tonight. There's a dog in Philly? Word. Is it this dog? Dr. Dog? Shout outs to Dr. Dog, the band. You know, they're classic. I used to put them in videos and shit. You know, discovered them from America or Your Friend's show. Very cool, very cool. Amazing. Isn't that amazing? Where are these folks performing? Is it in the city? I mean, is it in a theater? Is it in a club? Is it in a bar? Is it outside of a diner? You know? People, we need to know the details, and, you know, that's very cool. You know, music is a fascinating thing. It's ethereal. It's magic. You know, it's different. Music is different than comedy. See, I like comedy. I really enjoy it, but I do think that it would be cool to do something special, you know, to do some cool shit, you know, tell jokes with like a harmonica and what do they call those things? Huntington Avenue? I'll have to Google that. That's some short notice. You're the queen of short notice. But that's cool, you know, you gotta live your life, you gotta do your shit, you gotta improvise and have fun with it. You know, I've heard of Huntington Avenue. I'm not sure where it is. Huntington, isn't that Delaware? I don't have a laptop in front of me to Google it. So, interview the band. Are you in the band? Yeah, I'll bring my, you know what I should do is I should have a portable version of this brick wall that I just bring with me and just interview people, you know, in front of it and just say, yo, what's up? We're out here chilling. We're doing our thing, you know. Welcome to Bustérs on the road, Bustérs, you know, that sort of thing. I need a microphone. This is a viral opportunity. Listen, I'm all about viral opportunities, you know. You know me. Streamer, big streamer on the internet. I'm very viral. I have a lot of, you know, viruses. No, I have a lot of plans to go international, worldwide. But I don't know if I can, like, you know, this isn't a great schedule. This isn't a great time thing, you know what I mean? It would have been better if I knew about it ahead of time. But you know me, always finding reasons to be busy, doing other things. You know, a lot of people would say that, you know, unless the dude with the purple, unless the dude with the purple top hat is there, I don't know if I can, you know, I need at least one purple top hat, in the area in order for me to, you know, be down for it. If I don't see at least one dude with a purple top hat, I don't know if I can be hyped up, you know. But I wish you luck, you know. Hope you enjoy the event. You know, be there by the graces of God. 'Cause here's, you know, I had a lot more respect for Philadelphia when there was more stuff. You know, when there was Love Park, when that dude at the party, the dude at the party who walked out, he had a purple top hat. He was wearing how can you be friends with a person who wears a purple top hat and you don't even know it? That's a little shocking to me that you could have such an eccentric friend and not remember them. Yeah, the dude was wearing a purple top hat, and I was thinking, like, he can rock it, but I don't know if I could ever rock that. And I don't even know if he's really capable of rocking that hat. He sort of can, but is he really doing it? Like, I don't know. What's up, Ian Ellis, LLC? I'm here streaming, just trying to do a whole new Bustérs thing. Bustérs. You know, trying to make things happen, trying to do it. The only party that I ever went to in the city near, I don't fucking know. I parked on top of a sewer grate. I don't have, like, the world's greatest memory, but, you know, there was, like, dudes sitting around with a pipe. Not that this doesn't describe, like, a ton of parties. Yeah. And then people were, like, smoking weed and there was a guy with a top hat, and he was like, big ass hat, purple, you know. You would know it. You would know him if you saw him. Maybe it was an acquaintance. But anyway, Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love, which is why there's so many fucking criminals. Because that's how brothers show they love. Now that's something that I would say if I were a racist person. And I just said it, so maybe I am. You know, I'm a little conflicted about making jokes about stuff because people, you know, like if I was gonna go out, like I don't like to leave the house unless I have a cool hat. I don't want to be somewhere unless I have the coolest hat in the group. You know what I mean? Like I would want to wear like a hat, like a Liberty Bell hat with a crack in the middle, gold shiny Liberty Bell hat, or a purple Liberty Bell hat. I don't know what, or a mushroom hat, you know. Shout out to Mario Brothers. I know people say it's for kids, but I don't give a fuck. It's a top tier movie. You know, it's amazing. You know, it was the best. But yo, just, you got to tell me, what is this band doing? What are they playing? What kind of music do they have? Do they have piano? Do they do ukulele? Do they do, that was really corny, I shouldn't have said that. Sometimes I catch myself sounding like Brian Callen, and when I do that, I want to kill myself, you know? He always puts the accent on things. He's like, I'm Japanese. I like ukuleles. It's like, all right, dude, you could do that, or you could commit suicide, and I don't mind if you do either one. But you know, just gotta, the world of live streaming is special, and you gotta get ready. You gotta, you know, people like to play their instruments, you know. They like to play fucking, let me see. By the way, shout out to, I don't even like Grace Thorpe and Ben Thorpe, but props to them for getting on Destiny. You know, even though they're fucking cringe freaks, I still give them credit where it's due, because they were able to, you know, actually get out there and actually do their thing, you know. They were able to do, you know, get on Destiny, a big ass show, and debate him about Steven Crowder, Steven Chowder, all that kind of shit. It's cool, you know. He's one badass motherfucker. Not really. He's actually not really a cool guy. He's actually quite a loser. But if you're able to make things happen, then that is props to you. I was working on the song for the show. Based on the JLP song. A lot of folks smoke pot. It's amazing. I don't know what I'm doing with this fucking piano stuff, you know, but I'm more of a conductor, you know. That's why I've got my wand here. I'm you know, I like to let people know the fucking this is a drink swirler, but you know, I can't drink. I'm not allowed to drink. I have to be a regular person. So that's what I do. I just act like a regular person. You know, I always felt like entertainment is weird. You know, it's weird to me that men dominate stand-up comedy in terms of, not in terms of their ability per se, but just the sheer numbers of stand-up comics is mostly men. And, you know, there's just too many of them. And it's strange to me because I don't see performing on a stage, telling jokes, as a particularly masculine thing. You know, to be up there and to be silly, that's goofy. That's, you know, to act things out and be like, ah, you know, all that kind of shit. That's not traditional masculine behavior, to be over the top, silly, goofy, absurd. And not that it should or shouldn't be. I don't give a shit who does it or who doesn't. I'm just saying that I always thought that it was kind of weird that there weren't more respected female comics, because it doesn't take much to just be a comic, you know? You don't have to do any of that shit. You can just be a person, and that works for me, you know? It's good enough for me. I just have to, you know, shit happens in life, and, you know, there's different types of comedians. There's your one-liners. There's your comics who do, you know, two-liners, three-liners, whatever. It's all about whatever, whatever people are doing. It's just, you know, it's all about making things happen in life. And, you know, like, I think the next level of excellence is in bringing things to the new era of streaming. When I say the new era of streaming, what I'm talking about is what myself and David Walsh and Unbleached are a part of. You know, we're building it up. We're making things happen that you ain't never seen before on the internet. You know, we're doing some good shit. We're gonna just give you an idea of, you know, some good stuff. We're gonna help you have fun and enjoy your life in a way that, I'm not going to make you enjoy your life. You know, your life is your life. But we're going to add to it. We're going to make it cool. You know, I don't want to ever sound like I'm in the driver's seat of life. You know. It's bullshit. You know? I just think that a lot of shit happens when you're living your life, and you got to roll with the punches, otherwise you get punched in the face, if that makes sense. So this is just kind of an experimental situation here we're doing with this thing. Just figuring it out and seeing what happened. You know, because a lot of Americans are You know, like, they did a recent study that a lot of Americans are actually Mexicans. And people didn't even realize it. And it's like, what do it even mean to be American if you're a secret Mexican? How can you be both things? Doesn't really make sense to me. You know, I used to be excited, happy. I used to have fun in my life. And then people would say, hey, you got to calm down. You're scaring me. You're making me think that something's going wrong. And so now, you know, I'm just a neutral person, a neutral observer of life. You know, I was clearly hyperactive in my youth, and now I am majorly overly retarded in my adult life. And I don't say that word, I don't know if I should say that word, because I don't want to, just because I'm one of the R word people doesn't mean that I should be, you know? Doesn't mean that I, you know, should be that way. There are people who, you know, because here's the thing. Look, you know, people think of themselves as stupid, but it's another thing to be retarded. You know, mentally Down syndromed. That's a different level of realism that don't quite match, you know? If you don't want me to take so many pills, don't make them so small. I love that guy. Shout out Casey Rocket. He's top tier. He's the best. He's amazing. You know, he's a cool guy. He's just off the charts special. Isn't that amazing, man? Do you love black people? You know, I always wanted to make Red Bar. I wanted to raise the bar of Red. Wanted to make Red Bar into a top tier individual, but he would rather be a dumb queer individual. So, people are gay and stupid, you know? They're more, you know, I don't even know why I got so caught up in the whole sphere, you know? People are always talking about this, the manosphere. It's like the manosphere. The only manosphere I care about is my freaking nuts, bro. That's what I say to people. I don't know. You just a dude who got his shit talk. That's what Mersh would say about it. But you know, we're just living it up in the style of the 21st century. Whatever that means. I don't know why I'm talking like Dr. Michio Kaku. The guy who believes that the world is gay and flat. You know what I mean? Dr. Michio Kaku believes that the world is flat. And he's also a loser. You know? He's a cool guy if you don't include all the things about him that aren't cool. Like the way he looks, the way he sounds. But wasn't I just earlier talking about coolness and not giving a shit? I was. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I was. You know, I just get weird. I just get annoyed with people. Like, I like that people do stuff that's entertaining, but I also don't like it, you know? It's hard to tell if you're the person that people enjoy because you're fucking ridiculous, or if you're the person that people enjoy for a good reason. But eventually, you kind of stop giving a shit because you realize, hey, if people want me around, I must be a top tier queer. And that's what everybody's trying to be. I don't know what that means. But I've been checking out people's streams lately. Been checking out the D. Walsher stream. You know. Just thought it's just cool. Good times over there at these different places. We checked out, I like Glitch Switcher. I like B-Socks. I do feel like, unfortunately, he does get involved in a lot of drama that I'm not particularly excited about. You know, I don't love the idea of a fight. I just kind of would prefer to talk, you know, be casual, have a good time. But, you know, you never know. You never know with this shit, man. I just think that you know, shit happens. People get in fights on the internet. It's not ideal, but it's understandable and it's acceptable. You know, people are gonna get in fights and it's not that big of a fucking problem. It's just part of life. People get in fights and they do bad shit. And when shit happens, it just goes down, you know? Like, don't you think that, like we used to do shows that we scheduled ahead of time, like a week ahead of time for live streams, and people, you know, they enjoyed them, but it wasn't like anything amazing, you know? So I gotta figure it out. I gotta rebuild. Deleting the channel was not a great idea. It's kind of stupid, if I'm honest. I just don't want to. No, I just don't want to fucking. You know? Some people are better left the way they are. Because when they look a certain way, it's not good, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's the bottom line. People who are stupid act dumb. People who are dumb act incredibly stupid. And either way, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because you don't want to be stupid, but you really don't want to be dumb. Ooh. Yeah. So, just living life and having, you know, one of the things that I also wanted to focus on these days is new era of real boxing. I don't know if you know about it. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like Fight Night, kind of different. You know, we'll have to see about it. Yeah, we gotta see this shit. Alright. There's no way to show you, I guess. But anyway, it's cool. It's all about boxing. It's all about doing cool shit. About the story fight. The legendary fight. And it's about being amazing. Let's say phone battery's getting a little low. Hopefully I can keep up the hypeness. Oh, come on. Hell yeah. Alright, so I gotta get a TV behind me so I can like put games up on it or put stuff up on it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I gotta do some interesting, different shit for this new era of streaming to make it as fun and as good as it was in the previous days of stream. And I hope that things go well. We will see. We shall see. One of the things that I was talking about was $1 Billion Ideas segment. We're going to do that soon. We'll see what happens with that. Don't know yet. Should be good. And it should be cool. And it should be awesome. You know, if you ever hear that, that is a Rick Glassman copyright, and I'll always give him credit, you know. I'm not like Andrew Schultz out here who's just stealing shit from people. Maybe that's why, Dave Chappelle don't like him too much, because he is aware that he steals material. You know, because people, not everybody has originality. Some people just gotta fucking come up with, you know, copy everyone else in order to be cool. Be perceived as cool, I should say. There's nothing that's actually that cool about being a fucking person. You know, the type of person who does that kind of shit. There's nothing cool about that. I mean, not to me. I would rather, you know, take mushrooms and jump into a swimming pool. That's what I'm all about. But there's nothing like, you know, but that's the thing about being fucking silly, is you gotta be allowed to be silly some of the time. You can't be like, oh, yo, what's up, dude? I fucking lifted a bunch of weights earlier, bro. Yeah, I benched about 5,000 pounds. I don't give a fuck, man. You can't be that guy all day, every day. You gotta let a little humor come out sometimes, you know? Because if you don't let yourself be silly, then what will come of you? What will happen to you in the future if you're just the same old bullshitter, the same old piece of shit? You know? We don't need that, you know? We don't need that stuff. And people used to, whoa, things are falling, as they always do. So, people say, that it's cool to be a fool, but I don't agree. I don't agree. I think that you're supposed to be bored all the time. I think that what am I saying? You know, I've got some inventions. I've got some things that I want to directly express and explain to people, and I think they will enjoy it very much. I don't see it happening much right now, but in the future, it will, you know. It will happen, and you will be looking at me and you're going to be thinking, hey, this guy knows what he's doing. He's got his ideas ready. He's going in the right direction. Now, and if you don't think that, that's fine. A lot of people don't appreciate themselves or their message the way that they should. And that's where I am. That's why I'm here to remind you that you are top tier, even if you feel like a bottom level bitch. Even if you feel like a bottom of the barrel piece of shit, you are a good person. You know, I do think churches are weird. They're old-fashioned, you know, with the whole wooden seats. Like, why do you want a wooden seat? Don't you want something that feels good to actually sit on? Like, why? If I'm here to appreciate the enjoyment of God, Jesus Christ, why do I need to, you know, not be comfortable in the process? Is it part of being humble? Is this a test of humility? What's going on here exactly? Why do my butt cheeks have to hurt in order for me to appreciate the Lord's work? You know, I don't understand. I don't get it, and it kind of bothers me. All right. So I just gotta get busy living, because I don't want to be dying. You know, and I get it, like people who go to, I feel like if it weren't for religion, people wouldn't even have crosses. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it weren't for religion, people wouldn't even have all these damn crosses. And they wouldn't know what the fuck they're doing. They would just be chilling, and they would be saying like, yo, you're retarded, and you're stupid. But I do think that, you know, it's good to see this era of streamers out there now. There's like, trying to think. We've got AOC. We've got other people as well. We've got the other guys. Who am I trying to think of? You know, AOC he's got his flaws as well. He's a bit of a moral fruit, like I am occasionally. All right, I guess we have that in common. We're both moral fruitcakes. We just pick different issues to to moralize about. I never thought about it that way. We both are overly emotional freaks who just happen to pick different areas of life to, express that in. And it, I don't know. I don't really feel like it makes much sense. Not to me, anyway. If you're the type of person who wants to hunt and kill people, it's not my job, not my vibe. I don't want anything to do with it. I just want to be in the same world as all these other people, I want to do the fucking Mario movie, though. I gotta watch that shit again. ASAP. Because it was too good. It was just too good. Yo, 1 minute. yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. So, the bottom line is, if you're ever trying to do tricks, if you're ever trying to talk screech and have fun, you better do it before you're done. I think what has happened is a whole thought process has become my existence. And when you start thinking about shit, you start not doing shit. And I don't know if I really want to be a person who is thinking, who spends the majority of their life thinking about shit. You know? You want to enjoy it. You know? So, live your life, love your life, enjoy your life, and make it be cool. You gotta live like you mean it. Live like you mean it. You know? That song, that old song. I don't think that's a song. But anyway. Thank you for watching. This is the Bustérs program. And Bustérs. Sorry. It's Bustérs. That's the name of the show. For copyright reasons. Because Sam Hill owns the Bustérs name. He came up with it. He's going to control it. And I'm going to let him have it. But still do my own thing. So, with that said, I am going to do my own thing and live my own life. Thank you for watching. This has been Bustérs, and you have been amazing.